Hi, my name is Ahmed Khan, and I am a semantic SEO consultant where I help my clients to grow their websites based on topical maps and building content networks. So I posted on LinkedIn about this question or this problem, which I often get asked from my client. So the problem is that let's say we are working with a client and we have created a topical map for that client in a niche, and that topical map is in depth, and it has a lot of elements. For example, it has a core section, it has the outer section, it has the source content, it has the center search intent, and we have focus on the topics which are obviously relevant to that website, relevant to the business goal of their website, and which have their unique indexes, which have their specific set demand. But there are hundreds of topics which we have finalized in the topical map. And whenever we submit a topical map to clients, so clients, the next question, which I often get asked from our clients, is that what should be the best strategy to uh, cover those topics? Because there are hundreds of topics. So what should be the best way to plan the plan the publishing, or plan the articles, or which articles should be prioritized, which topics should not be prioritized. And this is the problem, because because the budget is not unlimited every time, and even if the budget is unlimited, so there should be um, some logical reasoning, and and if the client is investing the money into that, so that investment should have the positive ROI, and there should be a specific logic for spending money on the content and on the whole, the strategy. So uh, I think these are the five ways based on which we can clearly define our direction, or our strategy, which topics to publish and which topics to not publish, or which topics to not prioritize. Because uh, prioritization is important, but we also need to not prioritize some topics, and we need to keep those topics for upcoming batches, like the fifth batch or the sixth batch. And we need to have some topics which are much more important for that website. And there are certain conditions on which that decision would depend. And these are the main things on which that would affect. So, for example, business goals. Uh, like whatever the business we are doing for the business website, it should be aligned with the goal of the business. What is the goal? How the business would get benefit from publishing the topics? What should be the benefit there? Yeah, it could be it not always it should be the direct benefit, but in some cases it should be the indirect as well. But the connection should be there. If, let's say, if I'm publishing a topic and there is not a connection with of that topic for the business, for the business goal, or how the business is making money, then I would certainly not be publishing that topic, because it's not getting that business to make more money. And this is the main purpose of publishing content and doing SEO for the website. If, let's say, if I'm writing on a um, very unimportant topic or very distant topic for my website, and let's say if that topic starts to rank higher, then I would not then that topic would not help the website to make more money or to get the benefit from that traffic. It's often gets said that traffic is a vanity metric, because uh, getting the traffic is not the should not be the goal. The goal should be to get the traffic and to convert that traffic as well. So the business goal is so important whenever we are deciding which topics to prioritize and which topics not to prioritize. So how I use that factor to identify which topics to publish and which topics not to publish. So I go through the topics and yes, I know the business, you know, the business attributes and how the business is making money. And then I go through the topics and then I see like this topic is more relevant to that business instead of this one. And then we try to uh, you know, label those topics. Like these topics are so important. And if we start to rank for these topics, then the business would be able to get more money as compared to writing on these topics. But why we are keeping those topics? Yes, there could be some, some indirect relation as well. So for example, if we are in a niche of, let's say, plumbing, for example. So, and we have created a guide on what is plumbing. Uh, so there could be some reason like the business would get benefit from service pages, right? But the definition should be covered for in our topical map as well to strengthen the knowledge base to build our topical authority. And what we can do is we can cover those definitions for for the website as well. But the topic selection would be based on the business goal. Yes, we can select those definitions. I'm not against that. We should select those definition topic, but we should also not overlook the topics which are related to the business. Because if we are just focusing on uh, like the topics which are solely focused on getting traffic, and we are not focused on the topics which are related to the business, then the client wouldn't get happier from that. And it's obviously it's a reality. If a client is seeing a lot of impressions, yes, it can help the website to get the historical data and these kind of things. But we should need to have some topics which are related to the business, and we can show to the client that these topics are also ranking. Yes, we are ranking for these information topics, but these topics are also are also helping us to reach to the people which are related to the business, and we are more likely to get more relevant customers by investing more on that, so that we can prove to the client that we have done our job, and then we can get the more investment coming in for the upcoming batches or upcoming content strategies. So I think this is the important thing, because if we are neglecting the business side, then we can see a huge problem after after a certain time. Because I honestly have seen many clients, like I've worked with a lot of clients, and if I'm seeing, like, even if I'm seeing showing the impressions going up and the clicks going up, then the clients ask what are the leads. So for that lead part, even if I'm not getting the leads right now, but I have to show some queries or some historical data which is related to the commercial part, and this can obviously motivate the client to move long term and to invest more into that project. The other thing is that the other factor, which is obviously most important, is the client's budget. So the budget. What how I approach the budget is, I think even if there is unlimited budget, let's say, even if there is unlimited budget in a perfect world, uh, but not every time client would be agree to spend a huge amount of money. The reason for that is there should be some ROI, there should be some logic behind that. So if let's say if we have published around 20 to 30 pages, so there should be some positive ROI for that investment. Even we can indirectly connect with that ROI, but there should be some relation. And if the relation is not there, then that would not make any sense to invest into that strategy. So the client's budget is so important, and we need to focus on the topics where we can get quick wins to show to the client that yes, we are that it's working. And if a client says that yes, it's working, then the investment can be increased because now it's working and there's it's making sense now. So then the client would be much more interested to invest more, and it will be a long-term relationship. The other thing, if we talk about these two important things like business goals, client's budget, and I have I'm a big fan of like semantics researches and these kind of things, and I second the strategy which Korea has followed about source context, because the source context is so important. Whatever the topics we have finalized and we are publishing, you should have the best relation with the website business model, and that naturally affect the strategy, because we are focused on the business model from the planning stage. So, so the third part is the nature of topics. So most of the time we have the topics in our topical map, which can be covered by creating a template. So we can follow a template approach for those topics, and we can figure out most of the time these are the entities of same types, which we can for which we can create a template uh, to cover those topics. And if by making a template, we can get the maximum, we can reduce the content production cost, and we can get more topics of high quality, of optimized for microsemantics published on the website. Then we can get the good ROI from less investment. Let's say if we are publishing topics, if we are creating unique content brief and unique and writing the content from scratch, then obviously the investment would be higher, and there would be for higher investment. There should be some much more return over that to logically for the logic of that investment. But if we are focused, if we can follow the template approach in certain cases to reduce the content cost, that obviously that would help the website to grow grow much more early. We can get the much more historical data, and but for templates we need to obviously we need to do some more strategies, or we need to align with more methodologies as well, because the template following a templating approach is not enough. We need to make sure that the microsemantics are optimized, the content is has the unique value, the information density is higher, the accuracy of content is good. There should be the unique information gain is good. If our content is just a commodity and like every other page, then obviously that would not help the website to grow, or it may demote the ranking of the website as well. So for the template approach, there should be some more strategies, or more implementation of the other related elements as well. So websites, the fourth thing is the website's current state. So for example, if I am planning the topical coverage strategy for a very new website, like the website is totally new, there's no any content published, then I will select the topics which have enough search demand, which have good search demand, because I can have the website to get more historical data and transfer that historical data to the commercial pages, to the core section of the website. That's why the current state of the website would impact a lot to my decision of planning the coverage for that website. If the website has enough historical data, there's a lot of impressions and clicks in the search console, then obviously the topical selection would be different as compared the selection of topics for a new website. So what I generally do is I obviously topical map would be different for a new and for an old website, and uh, like before publishing, it's a great idea to analyze all the search console data. You need to go to the queries, you need to go through the how the search engine is uh, how the search engine is dealing with the website. Like you need to go to the crawl reports, like you need to analyze the data before making any decision of which topics to publish next. So that's so important whenever it comes to publishing. So the fifth is, and the last one is the niche and the competition. Um, so the publishing, obviously, the publishing would be different in the niches where the big competitors are present, the huge competitors, the big fishes are present. So the publishing would be different for any other niche where the niche is not so vast, and the websites which are ranking have not much pages published on their website. So if we are so the strategy of publishing would be different, obviously, for let's say for the health niche as compared to any other niche, let's say plumbing niche, there would be some difference. And it impacts a lot about the decision of about the selection of topics, and and if we have chosen the more that if we have chosen the topics which are much more aligned with the business and these kind of factors and with semantics, then to me we can get the maximum return over investment, and we can get the website grow much more early and get the better ROI from the investor into that content, into that topical maps, into that brief. So that's I think that's so important. um, yeah, so this is the main goal for doing all that, like semantic SEO and doing all these things. If there's not a good ROI, then obviously nobody would be interested in doing that. So if you come up with any other factor, if you think there should be some any other factor which needs to be considered while planning the coverage of the website, then let me know. I would be much grateful for that. But these are the five factors um, which I thought it should be in the it should be considered before finalizing topics and making sure that the topics we are publishing are you know are good for the business. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching.